Hello everyone, it's me Gagan Kumar present over here to teach you physics. Let's move on to the video. Today we'll be discussing basic maths related to physics. Under this we'll be discussing vectors. Already we have completed derivative and integration. Now we'll be going to the vectors. So let's move on to the video. So vector is basically a very important topic for our physics. Okay, it will help also in 11th and also 12th. So there are many quantities we study vectors. If you understand vector properties clearly, then we can proceed to the problems. Now come here. So vector basically represented by one arrow mark. So this is like arrow. So this is basically a tail of the arrow, and this is the head of the arrow. And here this vector, if symbol I will give, so this vector I will represent like a vector. Now this is the first number point, so we are understanding the introduction of the vector. So it is a tail and it is a head. Now here, if I will take length of this vector, that length of this vector is called basically magnitude of the vector. Magnitude of the vector. Magnitude of a vector. And here direction is what? Now direction if you want to talk, so direction is always from tail to head. So direction is what? Tail to head. And while representing a vector, you must represent how? Now you must represent vector along with its magnitude and along with its direction. So this is the magnitude of a vector. Here it will be magnitude of a vector and it will be direction of a vector. And remember, so magnitude is nothing but that is the length of the vector, and magnitude basically represented by what? A mod symbol. So this is the modulus symbol. And here direction of a vector. So in this direction of a vector, this direction, remember, this direction always should be a unity vector. Direction should be what? Now always a unity vector. Now we'll understand what is unity vector. Okay. So basically unity means what? Unity means it is 1. So here unity vector means what? Now a vector which is having magnitude how much? 1. Now see, this is unity vector is represented like a cap, and it is called what basically? Now unity vector, it's called unity vector of a vector, or you can tell unity vector along a vector. Now here what is this a cap? This a cap is nothing but it is a vector divided by a vector mod. So this is called basically unity vector of a vector or unity vector along a vector. So I can represent also a vector by a vector by a. So remember, whenever I am giving this symbol and mod, that means you can understand it is magnitude, and while magnitude you are writing only a, but while vector you are writing with one arrow mark. So this is the symbol you must remember. And while representing a vector, so vector should have a magnitude and vector should have a direction, and the direction should be a unity vector. Okay. So now we'll go to the next point. We'll understand magnitude of a vector and a direction of the vector or unity vector of the a vector. Now suppose a vector I am taking, suppose it is 2i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap. Now here if I want to find what is the magnitude of the vector, the magnitude of vector is nothing but 2 square plus minus 2 square plus 1 square root under. So this is the formula to calculate magnitude. In general if I am telling, if a vector is represented like this, if a vector represented a1 I cap plus a2 j cap plus a3 k cap, if a vector is represented like this, then if you want to find magnitude, then magnitude of the a vector is how much? Then a vector magnitude is nothing but how much it is? a1 square. That means you take I cap coefficient square. Now listen here, I cap coefficient is what? 2, that's why it is 2 square. Now similarly, you take j cap coefficient square. So now check what is j cap coefficient square. J cap coefficient is minus 2. Always remember, vector we write plus of some number. So here this plus of some number if I write, that should be a minus 2. So j cap coefficient here is minus 2. So minus 2 square. Now plus 1 square, that is basically nothing but a3 square root under. So this basically represent what? Magnitude of A vector, or you can write this one as A. Now here, similarly, if you calculate here, 2 square is 4, plus minus 2 square is 4, plus 1 square is 1, root under how much it is coming? 4 plus 4 plus 1. So 8 plus 1 it is 9. So 9 root is nothing but 3. So magnitude of vector how much coming? Now magnitude of vector is nothing but it is here 3. Similarly, if you want to find what is unit vector of this A vector, also you can find. So here if you want to find, in general I am telling here, if unit vector I want to find, that should be given as A cap. Unit vector means A cap you have to give. So A cap is how much? Now that is here A vector by A vector mod. So what is A vector? A vector in this format. So just keep this A vector as it is, A1i, A2j plus A3k divided by how much? A vector mod. So A vector mod means it is basically nothing but root under A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square. So this is the way you need to find what is the unit vector and what is the magnitude. In this particular question, if I want to find what is my unit vector A cap, then what I'll write? Now A vector I'll represent as 2i minus 2j plus k divided by how much? Root under 2 square plus minus 2 square plus 1 square, which is nothing but 3. So this will be my unit vector of A vector. Or I can write 1 by 3, 2i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap I can write also. So this is what? Now this is my unit vector of A vector or along A vector, and this is nothing but A vector magnitude. So if a vector is given in component form, and these are basically x component, y component, z component. So this is what I cap is basically represent what? Now unity vector along x axis. So plus I means it is positive x, minus I means it is negative x. Here it is plus j, suppose, or j cap basically unity vector along y axis, and here k cap is basically unity vector along z axis. Okay. So I hope you understand. I will go to the next thing. Okay. And here also, if a k cap coefficient is not there, then this coefficient will not come. Only 2 component is there, then 2 component square you have to take, you have to find the magnitude. If a 3 component is given, then according to 3 we have to proceed. Now come to the next thing. Now here, number 3 point. Now we need to find what is angle between 2 vectors. Will understand? Angle between 2 vectors. So what is angle between 2 vectors? Now here, if 2 vectors, so here you see, so here tail to tail joining. What is joining? Tail to tail joining. And here if we take 2 vectors, now these vectors you see, so they are joining how? They are joining head to head joining. Now if tail to tail or head to head joining is there, now here this angle is called theta, and this angle also called theta, and this theta is nothing but, theta is what? Angle between A vector and B vector, or you can tell angle between these 2 vector. Suppose this vector is A vector, this vector is B vector, this vector is A vector, this vector is B vector. Then angle between A vector and B vector. Okay. So always remember, whenever joining is tail to tail or head to head, that time only you can take the smallest angle between this, because here another angle also there, you see, here another angle also there, this is theta prime. This angle you no need to take. Okay, only you have to take this theta. So smallest angle, and remember this theta should be what? This theta should be equal to 0 and less than equal to 180. This should be the angle between 2 vectors. This should be range of that. Okay. So now suppose here I am telling here it is 60 degree and this is 300 degree. Then what is the angle between A and B? This angle is 300 degree. I should not take this one. I have to take 60 degree. This range is coming under this. Okay. So I don't have to take this one. 60 degree I have to take. So remember, always whenever angle between 2 vectors you are finding, then after what you need to search? You need to search 2 vectors are either joined head to head or tail to tail. If they join like that, then after see which is minimum angle between them, that minimum angle you take, or this theta basically angle between 2 vectors. Okay. Now come to the Next question. So here one Starmer point understand under that is basically called. Okay. Now what it is telling basically. Now here suppose a vector is there. So this is a vector, suppose a vector. Now its direction is what, from left to right. Its direction is left to right, because this is always direction is what, from tail to head. Tail to head direction is from left to right. Now what I can tell here? I can tell if I will keep this direction same, that means here I dotted line I am taking dotted line. Now the same magnitude I am keeping and same direction I am keeping in this total vector, I am transforming here. I am transforming here. So this will be also a vector. That means a vector you can shift from one place to another place by keeping its magnitude, that means its length same and direction also same. That means what you can understand here, now keeping magnitude constant, and direction constant, you can shift, okay, shift vector anywhere. So here suppose this vector I want to shift here, then you see. So here what I will do, I will take like this type of parallel things. Now see, so this a vector is totally getting shifted to here. So parallelly shifting I can do this way, I can do this way, I can do this way also. Okay, anywhere I want to do, so I can parallelly shift this vector. So this is total vector by keeping length same and direction same. Direction means here also you see, here also it is left to right, here also it is left to right. So I can shift a vector anywhere. So the two things you have to remember, one is magnitude constant and also direction constant. I can shift a vector anywhere in the space. Okay, now come to the next thing. Now here we will do some questions MCQ under this. So here if I am telling, suppose I have a figure, find angle between two vectors. Find angle between a vector and b vector. And here one picture is given like this. This is your a vector, this is your b vector. This is your 120 degree. Now here options I am giving. So options will be what? So it is 30, option B 120, option C 60, option D 130 degree. Okay. Now understand here. This question is telling here some vectors are represented a vector and b vector like this, and they are asking find angle between a vector and b vector, and some options are given and some angle also given 120 degree. Now see here, if you see perfectly, these two vectors are joined how? Now head of one vector is joined to tail of another vector. See, head and tail joining. So this head is joining to that tail, b vector tail. So if this type of thing is there, then what we need to do? Now I cannot tell whatever this angle 120, that should be angle between A and B. I cannot tell. Why? Now because my vector angle between, when I am calculating angle between two vectors, so what I know, either they should join tail to tail or they should join head to head. But here they are joining head to tail. So that's why what I will do, I will shift this vector parallelly in this direction. Parallelly I have to shift. Now see, so this b vector is like this way. Now let's shift this vector. If I will shift this vector, this a vector will come here. If a vector is coming here, now see they are joined how? They joined now tail to tail. They join tail to tail. Now here see, if this is a straight line, this is suppose a straight line, this total angle is how much? So for straight line angle, we know pi radian. Okay, pi radian, straight line angle is pi radian, or that is called basically 180 degree. So this total angle is 180 degree. If this total angle is 180 degree, then what I will do? Now if this is 120, then definitely minus 120. So 180 minus 120 is nothing but it is 60. Okay. So now angle between A and B how much coming? 60 degree. So option will be C. Okay. So whenever two vectors are given and they have joined like this one head to tail and you need to find angle, that time what you do? Now you must focus on the definition, that is tail to tail joining or head to head joining. Okay, whatever we have done here. So here we have done, so either join tail to tail or head to head. Then after angle between you need to find. Okay. Now come to another MCQ. So in this MCQ, we'll be seeing suppose one question C. Whatever we have discussed the last slides, the under that one only we are doing. Now the speed of a particle, the speed of a particle, the speed of a particle is 6 meter per second along 2I minus 2j plus k. Find velocity vector. Find velocity vector of the particle. Velocity vector of the particle. So here options are given: 2I minus 2j plus k. Option B, 4I minus 4j plus 2k. Option C, 2I plus 2j plus k. Option D, none of this. So understand here what they are asking. They are asking the velocity of this velocity vector they are asking, and they have given speed, and here speed is how much? 6 meter per second along some directions are given 2y minus 2j plus k. So what you need to find first, understand, you need to find velocity, and remember if you velocity, basically velocity vector you need to find. If you velocity vector you need to find, then first what you need to find? Now here you need to find the magnitude. So magnitude is basically what? Now speed. Remember magnitude of velocity is nothing but basically speed, and along with it you need to find the direction of the velocity. So what should be direction? Direction, I told, direction should be a unity vector. Direction should be what? Now direction should be a unity vector. So you check here. So here unity vector I need to put. Now where I have to bring this unity vector? Now this unity vector I have to bring from this direction. You see here I tell along this direction it is moving, and in this direction if you check this one, this magnitude will not become 1. That means it is not your unity vector. So here I need to find this unity vector. How to find? Now if you already I know a vector, then already in the last slide so you understand how to find the unity vector. Now put this 6 here, put 6 here, 6 into unity vector is how much? 2I minus 2j plus k. It is a vector. Now write this one, 2I minus 2j plus k divided by how much? Divided by magnitude of this vector. So what is the magnitude of this vector? 2 square plus of minus 2 square plus 1 square root. Now here if you calculate this one, it is 6 into 2I minus 2j plus k divided by how much? 3. Because this magnitude will come 9 root is nothing but 3. Now 3 6 cancel, it is 2. I will calculate this one. My velocity vector how much? Now my velocity vector is nothing but 4I minus 4j plus 2k. So this will be my answer. Okay. So here velocity vector is nothing but 4I minus 4j plus 2k. Okay. So always remember, whenever vector you are writing, it should needed a magnitude, that is basically here in this case is speed, then after a unity vector. That unity vector you need to find from the question. If they are telling along this direction, and if this direction, this one if you check, this magnitude is not becoming 1. So that means it is not a unity vector. So you need to find the unit vector of this vector. So unit vector of this vector is this one. So 2I minus 2j plus k divided by 2 square plus minus 2 square plus 1 square. Okay. Now come to the addition of two vectors. Addition of two vectors. So here if I take vector, two vectors, so here this is your A vector, this is your B vector, two vectors I am taking. Now here to here, this is your resultant vector, that is called R vector. So what is R vector? Now R vector is nothing but, that is your A vector plus B vector, A vector plus B vector. Now here what we need to find? Now in this case listen, this is called basically also triangle of vector addition, triangle of vector addition, TLVA. So because it is a forming a triangular shape here. Now this is a vector, this is b vector. Now you need to find r vector. So what is r vector? R vector equal to a vector plus b vector. Now here this angle is what? Theta. What do you call theta? Now theta is nothing but theta is angle between a vector and b vector. Angle between a vector and b vector. Theta is angle between a vector and b vector. Okay. Now here joining, you see here joining is given how? Now given head to tail. What joining given? Now head to tail joining is given. Now see a vector head, this is the a vector head is joining to what? B vector tail. B vector tail. So head to tail joining is there. If head to tail joining is there, and here this you see this vector tail, this is the a vector tail and this is the b vector head, then resultant will be what? Now resultant will be tail of a vector 2 or tail of first vector 2, head of a second vector. So this will be resultant direction. Remember this one? Okay. Now theta is basically nothing but angle between a vector and b vector. Now here if I want to find what is my r vector, what is my r vector? R vector magnitude. Then what is this? This is r. Or you can write a vector plus b vector mod. Then how much it will come? Now r vector mod is nothing but how much it is? That is here a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta root under. So remember this. So what is r vector mod or a plus b vector magnitude? That is a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, and theta is nothing but angle between a vector and b vector. So this you need to remember here. And how it is coming, this formula? Now this formula is coming from this picture only. So if you saw here, now see here if a component I will take, okay, we will study also component in the next lectures. Now here if a component I will take, so here this will be what? Now this will be b sin theta component, and the component of b I am taking, and this will be what? This will be here b cos theta component. What is this? B cos theta, this is your b sin theta. Now here to here magnitude if you will check, here to here magnitude how much? Here to here magnitude is a. Okay, now r is joining here, so everyone is joining here only, so this all are like a triangle forming. Now see here, if r vector magnitude is what? R. This total r vector magnitude is what? R. Now if r I need to find, how I to find? Now I have to do here like this way, a plus b cos theta whole square plus this b sin theta whole square, that root under I have to take. Understanding? Now you calculate this one. It is a plus b whole square like, and b sin theta is there. If you will calculate this one, and here this result will be giving this total a square plus b square root under 2ab cos theta. And why we are writing a plus b cos theta? Because you see this is your basically what? Now this is your like a base, and this is your what? This is your like perpendicular. This is your perpendicular p, and this is your what? Hypotenuse h. Now when hypotenuse h you are writing, how to write? That is p square plus b square root under. So that's why here this r is coming how much? A plus b cos theta square plus b sin theta square. So then after you are getting a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta root under. Okay. So I hope you understand. So it is forming a triangle, right angle triangle here. So this is your total, this angle is right angle actually. Now this total, this is b sin theta. This is up to this one a, up to this one b cos theta. So that's why this base is nothing but a plus b cos theta, and it is b sin theta. So that's why a plus b cos theta square plus b sin theta square root under. Okay. Okay. Now understand some special cases here. Now here it is case 1. So what is case 1? Now in this case, here we will understand if theta equal to 0 degree. Suppose in that particular case, if theta equal to 0 degree, then that implies what? Cos theta equal to 1. Cos theta equal to 1. And when theta becomes 0 degree? Theta becomes 0 degree when a vector and b vector are parallel vectors, are parallel vectors, or you can tell what, or you can tell, or A vector and B vector are in same direction, are in same direction. Okay, I'll show the picture here. So either you can tell two vectors are in parallel vectors, or you can tell same direction. How it is? Now here A vector take, suppose here a B vector, these two are different vector. If both vectors are in the same direction, like this way, it is towards the right, it can be towards the left also, both direction, that means both head. So this is the head of A vector, head of B vector. So both vector are in the right direction. They can be in left also, they can be up also, so they can be like this also. So A vector can be like this and B vector can be like this. So this way also it can happen. Now here, if this type of condition happening, then it is called basically parallel vector, or vectors are in the same direction. Now here, if this is the condition, then what is happening? Then resultant vector R is becoming how much? A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. What is this cos theta becoming how much? 1. If cos theta equal to 1, this will become A square plus B square plus 2AB root. Now here if this one you will check, it will be A plus B whole square root. So A plus B whole square root how much? It is nothing but A plus B. So how much R you are getting? A plus B, or you can write it is R maximum. So this is the condition when your resultant will become maximum value. So that time what to do? Now this is the magnitude of A plus magnitude of B. Two vectors are there, A vector and B vector, but here written AB. AB means what? Magnitude of A plus magnitude of B. So whenever theta equal to 0 degree, or both are parallel vector or are in the same direction, that time resultant comes. When resultant vector will come, resultant of these two, it will be maximum. It will provide the maximum value. So that's why I am writing R max. Now similarly, understand case 2. Now here, case 2 what telling? If theta equal to 180 degree. So what is theta equal to 180 degree? Theta equal to 180 degree means, remember, cos theta will be minus 1, because cos 180 is minus 1. And what do you mean by theta 180? That means A vector and B vector are in opposite direction. Are in opposite direction, or you can tell it is A vector and B vector are anti-parallel. A vector and B vector are anti-parallel. When angle is 180, that is two vectors are in opposite direction and are anti-parallel. Okay. Now here, what will happen if both are anti-parallel? Anti-parallel means, picture if you see here, it is like this way. A vector this way. This is the A vector towards right, but B vector towards left. B vector towards left. So this is the anti-parallel case. Otherwise you can tell also A vector is upward, A vector is upward, but B vector is downward. This is the anti-parallel case. Okay, both vectors are opposite directions. Or you can tell this way also, A vector this way, B vector this way. This is also anti-parallel case. Or A vector this way, B vector this way. This case also anti-parallel case. So see, this is the case, this type of case also, this type of case also, all are basically anti-parallel case. Okay, either vectors, both head are joining like this, or both tails are joining like this. So they are anti-parallel vector, and angle between them how much? This angle is nothing but 180 degree. Okay, this is angle theta, that is 180 degree. Then what will happen to resultant? Now resultant is nothing but it is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos 180. So I am writing cos theta. So cos 180 is how much? So if theta is 180, then cos 180 is minus 1. So this term will become minus 1. If this term is minus 1, it will become A square plus B square minus 2AB root under. Now here A square plus B square minus 2AB is nothing but it is A minus B whole square. A minus B whole square root is nothing but A minus B. So it is your R. So this is your resultant coming, which is A minus B whole square, which is R. So this is called what? This is called R minimum. This is your R minimum. So this is your minimum value when theta equal to 180 or vectors are opposite direction or anti-parallel vectors. And when maximum coming, the maximum when both are parallel vectors or in the same direction. So resultant will become maximum in this case, case 1, and case 2. Case 2, what is happening? Theta is 180 degree and R will become minimum. Resultant will become minimum. Okay. And whatever resultant value, other value will come, it will remain in this relation, that is between max to minimum, it will remain. So we are understanding up to R minimum. Now I will go to the next thing, that is your case 3. Case 3. So what is case 3? Now in this case 3, if theta equal to 90 degree, how much? 90 degree. 90 degree means what? Cos 90 or cos theta is nothing but 0. If theta is 90 degree, that means here A vector and a B vector are perpendicular vectors or are perpendicular to each other. Are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. Or you can write here angle between them is what? 90 degree. So here pictures if you want to write. So this is your A vector, this is your B vector, and this A vector and B vector are perpendicular or 90 degree. Similarly here you can write this way also. Suppose here this is your A vector and this is your B vector. So here also A vector and B vector are perpendicular vector. But remember, in this case resultant will be different. In this case resultant will be different. How in this case? In this case resultant will be in this direction, but in this case resultant will be in this direction. So this is your R vector, this will be R vector. So this is the condition you have to come. You have to obey that one, that law I told. Okay. So this one, if two vectors are there, then it is your A vector, it is your B vector. The resultant should join tail of first vector to head of second vector. This is the resultant direction. Okay. And if the vectors are not joined tail to head, then after you need to make it tail to head. How? Now here this A vector you can shift in this direction. This A vector you can shift in this direction. Okay, so that they are joining now. See, they are joining what? They are joining like tail to head. Then after you can put this resultant vector. This resultant vector is nothing but this is your R vector. This is your R vector. Okay. Now in this condition happening, then what will happen to resultant? The resultant R is nothing but how much? That is your A square plus B square plus 2AB. Now cos 90 I will put, but cos 90 is 0. So cos 90 let me put here, no issues, cos 90. So cos 90 is 0, then it will become A square plus B square root. That means whenever two vectors are perpendicular to each other, that time what you need to do? Now you do magnitude square, A vector magnitude square plus B vector magnitude square, then after take root under. Suppose I am telling a particle is there here and it is acted upon by 2 Newton and in this direction 3 Newton. Now see, these two vectors are perpendicular to each other. Now what is the resultant force acting on the particle? And force net if you want to find, that is how much? 3 square plus 2 square root. So which is 9 plus 4. So root 13 Newton. Okay, 9 plus 4 which is root 13 Newton. So in this case this is the perpendicular directions you see. If the same forces 3 Newton, 2 Newton are acting in the same direction, the resultant on this particle will be 5 Newton. Okay, but here what is happening? Now here perpendicular to each other, that's why root 13 coming. Okay, so I hope you understand. Now we go to the next thing which we will understand whatever case 1, case 2, case 3 understand. We will try to see some applications. Okay, now listen here. So here I am telling, suppose here one particle is there. Here one particle is there. This particle is acted upon by two forces. Suppose 2 Newton and 8 Newton. Suppose it is acted upon like this, 2 Newton, 8 Newton. Then here what is the resultant force? Now this resultant force if you want to find resultant force, then how much it will come? That will be 10 Newton. And which direction? Now this will be, see, both vectors are in the right. So resultant direction will be also towards what? Right. Towards right. Now here if 8 Newton in this direction, 8 Newton in this direction, but 2 Newton opposite direction. Then here we have to find what is the resultant force. Here we have to find what is resultant force. Now here it will be subtraction will happen. How it is coming actually? It is coming here A vector, it is like A vector, it is like B vector. Now this is your R vector you are finding. So what you are doing here? You are doing here R A plus B, because you are finding magnitude, that's why A plus B. And directions, remember, if both vector in the same direction, then you have to do this way. Now it is 8 Newton, 2 Newton. Now here resultant force you have to find. How to find? Now 8 minus 2 you have to do, which is basically 6 Newton. Now direction, which direction? Direction towards left or right? Now you have to decide here according to the larger force or larger magnitude. So now between this 8 Newton, 2 Newton, you check which is larger force. Now this is the large force. If this is the large force, then here what will happen? Now the direction will be in the direction of large force. So that means here 2 Newton will cancel some 8 Newton force by and the resultant will be 6 Newton. Then after all the system, this total system will move how? The system will move with the 6 Newton net force towards right. Okay. Now this is the condition you are understanding about the resultant force. Okay. Now here next thing, suppose these two vectors are there, two forces are there. Now one force is acting in this direction and another acting in this direction. Now this is suppose 2 Newton, this is suppose 8 Newton. In this way it is acting to this body. Now what will happen? You see again it is also opposite direction, because both heads are far away from each other. So that's why here what will happen? Now here resultant force, same thing will happen. Resultant force is 6 Newton towards right. Why? Now because this is your small force, this is a large force, this is the large magnitude. So that's why direction, net direction will be in the large direction when they are in opposite. But when they are in the same direction, that time whatever directions of 2 Newton, 8 Newton, in the same direction it will happen. You can understand this way that addition and all, that addition of vector is happening here. And here what is happening basically? Here addition you are doing, but thing is when opposite way both the vectors. So here you are doing the resultant is a subtraction thing coming. Okay. Now here another thing, suppose I am telling here. Now suppose these two vectors already I explained here. Suppose 2 Newton in this direction and 8 Newton in this direction. Then after what will happen? Now here this angle is 90. Then it is resultant, net resultant is 2 square plus 8 square root, which is nothing but 4 plus 64 root, which is nothing but root 68. And what is the resultant direction? The resultant direction will be this way. This is will be R vector. So you can take this 8 vector here, 8 Newton here, then after you can do the resultant like this. Okay. Now one more thing understand here. Suppose while adding you can add I cap with I cap and J cap with J cap and K cap with K cap. That means suppose 2I plus 3I is there, then you can write this is 5I. Suppose minus 2J plus 4J is there, then 4 minus 2 is 2, so you can write 2J. Suppose 8K plus 2K is there, then you can write it is 10K. 10K you can write like this way. Remember I cap should be added to I cap. So whenever two vector you are adding normally, suppose I am telling my A vector is given how much? 2I plus 3J, and B vector, my B vector is given how much? 4I minus 5J. Then what is my resultant vector? What is my resultant vector? That time no need to do that things, calculation of this magnitude and all. If you like component wise given, simply add. So I cap will be added to I cap. So 2 plus 4 is 6. So 6 I cap. So R vector is nothing but 6 I cap. And 3 will be added to minus 5, which is basically minus 2 J cap. So my resultant is how much? 6I minus 2J. Similarly, if K cap coefficient is there, you add the K cap coefficients. So this is what you must remember. Okay. Now we'll understand the next thing, that is subtraction of two vectors. Subtraction of two vectors. So here already subtraction is nothing but what it is exactly telling. Now here you have to subtraction vector take S vector. S vector is nothing but how much? A vector minus B vector. Now write this one, this is S vector. Now this is what? A vector. Then this is nothing but plus of minus B vector. Plus of minus B vector. Now here if I want to find what is your S vector magnitude, then it will be how much? It will be A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. And remember theta is what basically? Now theta is nothing but angle between A vector and B vector. Angle between A vector and B vector. Now understand here. So here suppose A vector this way. Now this is your B vector. This is your B vector. Now A vector and B vector are there, but here what they need to find? They need to find minus B vector. If you minus B vector, you have to find what to do. Now this vector you do this way. This is your minus B vector. Remember, if a vector is like this way, just opposite way you take. This will become what? This will become minus B vector. This will become minus B vector. That means you keep the magnitude same. Whatever magnitude here, the same magnitude you keep, but opposite directions you take. This will become minus B vector. Now here to here join. Now see, here to here join. This is the head to tail joining. Now here to here to join. This will become your S vector. This will become your S vector. Remember, if this is your A vector, this is your A vector, then same equal magnitude but opposite direction is nothing but it is your minus A vector. So it is your B vector, then after equal magnitude but opposite direction is nothing but it is your minus B vector. Okay, so similar way we are doing here. Now here initially what was? Initially between A and B angle was theta. But now here to here it is nothing but how much? 180 minus theta, or you can write basically pi minus theta. Now angle between A and minus B is coming how much? Pi minus theta, and A vector plus minus B vector you need to find, and you know it is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos angle between A vector and minus B vector you have to take, that is nothing but pi minus theta, which is minus cos theta. So that's why it is coming minus 2AB cos theta. Remember, so this is coming from resultant because it is an addition only. It is addition only, but thing is minus B vector you are adding with A, which is coming A minus B. So here I can write, so theta is angle between A and B, and remember pi is what? Pi is angle between B vector and minus B vector. B vector and minus B vector. And pi minus theta is what? Pi minus theta is angle between A vector and minus B vector. You see, this is your A vector you can take, because you can parallelly shift this vector. Between A vector and minus B vector it is pi minus theta. So theta is angle between A vector and B vector, pi is angle between B vector and minus B vector, pi minus theta is angle between A vector and minus B vector. And S vector mod is also called as what? S vector mod also you can write as, it is your A vector minus B vector mod. Okay, S vector magnitude means subtraction vector magnitude, which is A vector minus B vector mod, which is A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. So again let me write here, A vector minus B vector mod is nothing but how much it is? Root under A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Okay, so this much thing you remember about addition and subtraction of the vector. We will be doing 2 questions, then after we will be stopping the class. Okay. Okay, now write here MCQ. Now here suppose I am telling, if it is given like this, A vector mod is equal to B vector mod is equal to A vector plus B vector mod, then find what? Find angle between A vector and B vector. Find angle between A vector and B vector. So options are given here. So options write 30 degree, option B 120 degree, option C 60 degree, option D none of this. Now A vector B vector mod is basically A vector plus B vector mod, then find angle between A and B. Now see the solutions here. Now here what it is telling? They are telling A vector magnitude B vector magnitude equal to what? A vector plus B vector magnitude. First you write what is A vector plus B vector magnitude. So what is A vector plus B vector magnitude? Now this is your A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. And theta, let's consider, they are asking angle between A vector and B vector. Now let's consider theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. Okay. Now here root under will be there. Now here A vector plus B vector mod is nothing but that is equal to A or B they are telling. So I can write here, it is here A. Now here how much coming? A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. And this root under will come this side, it will become how much? It will become A square. Because if you take this is basically A, because you are telling me A plus B magnitude is A. Now here A square will get cancelled. Now here if you check, this is B square will come this side, it is minus B square. 2, here how much is there? Here A into B is there. But remember what is A into B? A and B are equal. Suppose you take this is B, then it will become B square. Now here B square cancel. So how much cos theta coming? Cos theta is minus 1 by 2. That implies theta equal to 120 degree. Okay. Because this 2 will come this side. This will become how much? This will become minus half. And cos theta minus half means theta equal to how much? Theta equal to 120 degree. So if A vector and B vector mod given equal to how much? A plus B mod, then find angle between A vector and B vector. That will be nothing but how much? This one. A vector plus B vector mod is equal to A vector minus B vector mod. Then find angle between A vector and B vector. Then find angle between A vector and B vector. So options right here. So here it is 90 degree, option B, 120 degree, option C, 60 degree, option D, 30 degree. Okay, now understand here. So if A vector mod equal plus B vector mod equal to A minus B vector mod, then here you see, so first take this condition, A vector plus B vector mod is equal to how much? A vector minus B vector mod. Now what is A vector plus B vector mod? It is A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta is equal to how much? A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta, and here it will be root and here it will be root. Okay. Now what will do here? Now here take square both side. It will become A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta equal to, here it will become A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Now B square, A square will get cancelled. Now what is remaining here? Now this one you take this side, it will become 4AB cos theta equal to 0, and this 4AB will go that side, then it will become cos theta is 0. If cos theta is 0, this implies theta equal to how much? Theta equal to pi by 2 or 90 degree. Remember, if cos theta 0, then theta value is what? Pi by 2, or you can tell how much? 90 degree. Pi by 2 is nothing but 90 degree. Okay, so your answer will be 90 degree A. Okay, so remember, so pi is basically what we take. So pi is in radian actually. Pi we take basically 180 degree. Okay, pi by 2 if we tell, it is 90 degree. Pi by 3 if we take, it will be how much? 180 by 3, that is your 60 degree. Pi by 6 if we tell, then it is how much? 30 degree. Thank you all of you. Keep watching the video. We will be uploading multiplication of vectors, dot product and cross product in the next lectures, and we will be solving some more MCQ based on this addition and subtraction. Okay, thank you all of you. Subscribe the channel. All the very best.